What's going on, guys? Bashar Katou here, Amazon FBA seller and mentor. In today's video, I am actually coming on live here with Noah from the Amazon FBA Journey. Check out their Instagram. I'll be linking them here down below. Great guys that I met just not too long ago. And, we started actually, just working together, working on a few things together. And they're amazing guys. I'll be bringing them live here in just a second, sending them an invitation. And I think I did it right. Let's see here. They should be coming live here in just a second. There he is. Live from the Amazon FBA Journey from a couple of guys that started just doing this not too long ago. What's going on, guys? What's happening?
What's up? What's going on?
What you doing?
Good, good. Can you see us all right?
I could see you guys just awesome, man.
Here, let me, sorry, the volume's all screwed up over here.
No worries, no worries. We're all good. So what's going on, guys? How are we doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Awesome, man. Awesome. So I've talked to Noah before. You are?
My name's Chris.
Chris, that's right.
This is the part of FBA business. Yeah.
That's right, man. That's right. By the way, I've been watching your guys' Instagram, and you guys got a badass office, man. I don't even own that cool of an office.
Hey, you gotta have a fun place to work.
That's right, man. That's right. So, man, tell me a little bit about yourself. What exactly do you guys do? What is it all about? Let's fix up the lighting here a little bit. And just tell us a little bit about your guys' journey. What is it that you guys do? Where you guys come from exactly? And how did you guys get into this business of FBA? So just kind of tell us a little bit about your background here.
Can I take a roll maybe first? So really, we've been friends since we were kids, and we've always kind of that entrepreneurial idea. We never really liked our 9 to 5 once we graduated high school. The first business, so he already kind of has that business mindset. He kind of grew up around it, and I knew I wanted to do something other than work for somebody. And we had a business idea right out of high school. We kind of talked about that in our first YouTube video, and we really needed funding for that business idea, and that's when we stumbled across FBA. So we're just kind of trying to see how far we can get with FBA, and just we're enjoying the journey.
That's awesome, man. Now, what did you guys used to do before that? Did you guys actually have jobs? How long was it out of high school until you guys actually started FBA, and how long have you guys been doing it?
We were probably, maybe a year out of high school?
Year or two. Yeah.
Maybe a year and a half out of high school. I worked at a boat, renting out boats and wave runners, so very physical job. Kind of in the off season, did web design and a little bit of videography. Besides that, really all I've ever done.
And I was working a construction job right out of high school, and so we both kind of working the manual labor jobs and long work weeks, and definitely knew that how do we put that amount of time into something else, we were making money.
Right, right, absolutely. Now, let me ask you this: why FBA? How did you guys? I know you said you stumbled upon Amazon FBA, but how and why? Was it Amazon FBA that you guys chose to actually, go into?
Well, we like the idea of an online sales platform already. I was interested in Shopify, but really the reason we chose FBA is because Amazon's already that huge trusted online platform. So we didn't have to worry about generating traffic to a Shopify store or anything like that. We already kind of had that trusted platform, and we knew if we ranked well on our products that we'd be able to get those sales.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. And how long have you guys been doing FBA now?
End of November 2017.
Yeah, we started about maybe late October or early November of last year, so we're not quite a year in yet, but we got a couple months out.
And
that's awesome.
2017 was definitely a learning experience. We definitely learned that we kind of had to invest in some form of, I guess you could say, FBA education. We kind of jumped into it too soon, and we made some bad moves up front. But so far, 2017, we haven't quite broken even on our startup expense. Yeah, 2018. We haven't quite broken even on our startup expenses yet, but we're starting to scale upwards. No longer moving down. So that's kind of a positive.
That's amazing, man. That is very awesome. And how many products do you guys currently have right now? And oh, by the way, before I go into that, are you guys private labeling? Are you guys doing arbitrage? What exactly, what niche of FBA are you guys into right now?
So private labeling is where we started, and at the beginning of 2017, private labeling is where we started. After a very quick failure on that product market, it was in I don't even know how to describe the product category. It was honestly just a flop. After that, we kind of used retail arbitrage to at least generate some form of income to fund our next idea. And now we are private labeling at the moment, just in the beauty category.
Okay. And how many different products are you guys selling right now?
We got 2 right now.
Okay. That's awesome. And how are sales right now with you guys?
Steadily increasing. We had a kind of a situation where they sold a little too good in the beginning, and we ended up running out of stock. So that kind of hurt us there for about a week or so. Right. So we recovered from that, but we're coming back up. And
hey, it's never an issue to have, right? It's not that bad of an issue to have a product that runs out too quickly, right?
Absolutely not. It was getting crazy too, because we were actually bumping up the price like 2, almost 3 times as much as our competitors, and we were still selling like at one point 18, 20 units of just that one product a day, and our ROI was absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was just an attempt to slow sales down until we could get product in. That totally backfired.
Right. Absolutely. And it does happen before. It's like I always tell my students, always start low, even like lower than where you really want to be, and then gradually increase. And a lot of times you'll actually realize that you're actually making more sales than you are if you were to have the lower price. And I think also Amazon, I mean, if we think about it, Amazon makes money every time we sell, right? And I think also Amazon will rank you higher because they're just making more money when your price is more, because I mean they charge 15% of your selling price. So the higher your price, the more money they make. So I think that also has a lot to do with Amazon's algorithm and how you actually can rank. However, there's always kind of like a limit to everything. I mean, you can't sell a $20 item for $40. You know what I mean? You can maybe get away with it for selling for like 21, 22, but then there's this like kind of shield that you just can't cross. You know what I mean? Well, that's awesome, man. Now, also, is Amazon FBA now your guys' full-time job, or are you guys also doing something else aside from FBA?
Well, so we are in 2018. Kind of our goal is to just absolutely scale the business as much as possible. So that being said, we're not pulling anything out unless it's just to reorder products or order new different products or resupply our inventory as it is. So I'm actually still working a 9-to-5. Chris is doing web on the side, and we're pretty much devoting all of our extra spare time to trying to scale the business. And then hopefully 2019 we'll be in a position where we can just fully drop the 9-to-5 and really focus 100% on FBA.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I still remember when I first started, I was actually doing Uber, and it was convenient because I could, and honestly, I suggest that to a lot of people because it's very convenient that, you could actually, set your own hours whenever it gets busy, let's say, especially if you're doing arbitrage, and a lot of times I'll be like in the area and of like a store that I want to buy from or kind of research. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of turn off my thing and then I'll go shop around. And like sometimes I'll be picking up people from the airport and then they want to drop their bags in the trunk and my trunk is like full. So it was pretty incredible, But absolutely, man. So I mean, what are you guys' future plans? I know you said that 2018 you want to make the 2018 is kind of where you want to scale the business, and in 2019 you want to drop the 9-to-5 and just kind of go full blown. is there a number of daily sales or weekly sales or monthly sales or amount of products that you guys are trying to achieve or get to or something like that you guys have in mind? What is there a number, like when you see yourself, when you say I want to scale my business in 2019, what is the goal? Is it like, do you see your goal? Can you vision it, or is it more just like I just want to scale up the business,
Well, I mean, really, any sort of forward progress is good. But we kind of, at the beginning of 2018, we threw around the number of 10K revenue a month. And come March 1st, we pretty much already got close to that. So we thought 10K was going to be kind of our big goal, but seeing how close 10K just by March, our goal, I mean, we haven't really discussed a true goal since then, but realistically, if we get to 30, 40 grand revenue a month, 10K, 10K revenue a week, that would be ideal.
Right.
At least in my eyes.
Absolutely. And it's always good to set goals and have to think about exactly where you want to be and what do you want to do, whether if it's in 3-4 months, 6 months, and pretty much what I always tell my students, because honestly, a lot of times I find myself more of a motivational mentor or just kind of a motivator than I am a mentor for FBA, because what happens is, like, see, when we first talked, me and you guys, you said, you guys actually, found a mentor and went at it that route. A lot of times what happens is, you get stubborn and you don't want to pay somebody, or you just don't want to look for somebody, you kind of don't want to ask for help, you know what I mean? And what happens is, you try to do on your own, and you launch a product, and all of a sudden it doesn't do anything, and then you get discouraged and you don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I get a lot of students that are just discouraged. They're just like, well, this is not for me. I just don't know how to do it. And then in my mind, I'm like, I exactly know what you're talking about, because when I first started, I was the same thing. And it's not that it's not for you. It's not that the concept doesn't work, but it's just that you're actually not taking the right steps. So I always tell my students that, hey, you got to set your goals higher than what you really want to accomplish. If you think you want to accomplish 10,000, say, then I want to do 50,000 or 100,000 or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's really important to set out goals. Now, one thing I want to ask you guys: what were some true difficulties you guys were facing when you first started this? What exactly did you find that was just like that almost kind of pushed you guys to the curb of like, okay, we're getting ready to quit, and once you guys achieved that, and once you guys passed over that, you were able to find success and start making progress?
I think financial.
Yeah, financial, really, the first product is.
Yeah, so, I mean, really, at the beginning, being right out of high school, I mean, we were working 9 to 5s, but, I mean, we didn't have a whole lot of we didn't have a lot of capital to start off with. And realistically, if we could have had, like, 10,000, maybe like $5,000 to $10,000 to really have available to test different products, it would have been a lot easier. We pretty much dumped everything we had into our first product idea, and I think we've sold 40. Like, it's been terrible. So that was really I mean, we were actually just talking about it earlier today. At the time, we said if we can find a product that does at least a little, makes a little bit of profit next time, I don't know how much longer we're going to do this. And luckily we found something working. Kind of like what you said earlier, you get a lot of students who are discouraged, and I'm glad we put in the effort, because just finding that the last product that's doing well now, it really shows how scalable business is and the potential. And I'm not gonna lie, we got pretty discouraged towards the end of last year, and I mean, just seeing one or two products doing well on our FBA store gives us definitely a lot of encouragement. And what's the word?
Absolutely. Now, what is the biggest mistake you guys have made so far? I know you might have touched on it a little bit, but I really want to break it down, because here's the thing, every time I bring somebody live, I ask those questions because I know that 90% of people that follow me and that watch my stuff and my students are beginners. You know what I mean? They're just, a lot of them have even no idea that this thing exists. Like, it's crazy to think, but there's, until this day, some people that actually go on Amazon, buy from Amazon, and still don't know that people like us can actually sell on Amazon. They think every single product listed on Amazon is actually sold by Amazon. You know what I mean? So when actually, suggest to them that, hey, look, have you thought about, selling on Amazon rather than just being on the side of buying, and they're like, oh, you can actually do that. You can actually earn money, So it's crazy to do that. So that's why I always, especially when guys like you guys are starting out, but you're not like you're not beginners. You know what I mean? You've already, gone through the whole hardship of being a beginner. And then now you guys are on your way to making success. You've already found success. You already know, you have the knowledge, and it's just a matter of time until, you just catch on. You know what I mean? So what was the biggest mistake you guys made that you would want to tell beginners right now to avoid?
So when you first get into Amazon FBA, you take a look at your whole control panel there, and it's very, very overwhelming. You don't know exactly what you're looking at right off the bat. So I think the biggest mistake that we made, it was right in the beginning, is we tried to do it all by ourselves. We didn't have like a mentor right off the bat. We based it solely off of information we got from just YouTube videos. So not everything was up to date. So I think the best thing that you could do right in the beginning is just get a course, get a mentor, get somebody to help you, hold your hand through it a little bit, and show the outs of it.
Absolutely. And honestly, you couldn't have said it any better, man. And that's exactly what I tell everybody. And I'm just like, look, I don't have to be your mentor. That person has to be your mentor. That person doesn't have to be your mentor. Just find a mentor. And most importantly, find somebody that actually gives 2.5 shits about you and your success. You know what I mean? Because as we both know, there's a bunch of dudes out there calling themselves mentors, and they really don't care, man. They're going to take your money. They've already pre-recorded, 20, 30, 40, 50 videos that they're just going to give you access to, and then they're going to be like, you go about your day, And I think I've said that to you guys when we first started, is, when you say a mentor, it's like, imagine yourself going to school and, just having a teacher there, just sitting down doing nothing, and then you get handed a book, and then at the end of the year, you get handed an exam, and they expect you to pass. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's the whole point of a teacher. There's the curriculum, but they're teaching that curriculum. Although we study it at home, we do our homework, we do all that, but then we come home. We come to school, and then teachers sit there and explain everything. You know what I mean? So it's really important. As I told you, you couldn't have really said it any better to explain exactly how somebody can actually make it or break it in this business. Now, a couple last words, man. What is the one message? What is the one thing you guys will say right now to all beginners out there, to everybody trying to do this and either being discouraged, being skeptical, or just, kind of not having the confidence, I guess not having the balls to actually do it, and pull the trigger,
Well, kind of going back to how we were talking about how we were really kind of down after our first product failure. This sounds super cliche, but you literally don't fail until you give up. Had we given up that day, we wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. We wouldn't be making money passively on Amazon. We would have been back stuck in our 9 to 5. I don't know. To anybody starting or to anybody going through difficult times with FBA or really anything in life, you don't give up until you actually quit, or you don't fail until you actually quit. So I would just always say keep pushing forward, look for just steady progress.
Absolutely. No, that's for sure, man. That's definitely right. You're pretty much right on to everything you said here. So guys, look, it's been a pleasure having you guys here. I really hope that everybody watching here, had some, got some great experience and sees that there's absolutely great opportunity out there. And I get approached by a lot of people saying, oh, why is it you do that you do? Why are you, giving out so much free information? Why are you doing this? Why are you helping this guy for free? Why are you helping that guy for free? And I'm like, aren't you getting free stuff? Why are you complaining? They're like, well, we're not complaining, but it's like, it almost seems, too good to be true because all these people out there are doing it, scamming people or whatever. And I'm just like, well, you know what? I'm trying to create awareness because, guys like you guys, like, look, I wish, I'm 28 years old. I wish I was like you guys and, started this as I was in high school or came out of high school. There's a bunch of kids, doing it right now, making a lot more money than me. But the thing is, how much are you willing to give back? You know what I mean? And that's kind of where things are at. It's great to make money. It's great to have a nice bank account, drive a nice car, have a nice home. But really, for me, it's fulfilling to seeing guys like you guys make it happen, and for you guys to be an example for the next generation. And then just like that, just kind of like, look, man, stop with the whole 9 to 5. Like just yesterday, I met with 2 guys making 6 figures each. One as a real estate agent, one as an insurance agent. Both of them have been doing this for at least a decade and a half, and they're sick and tired of it. Although they make like over $250,000 a year, but they're sick and tired of it. They met with me so I can teach them how to do this because they don't want to work for the asshole they work with anymore. You know what I mean? Because they just want to do their thing. Like, look at you guys, got a badass freaking office. I don't even have that cool of an office. Got LED lights going on, I mean, just look at that. And you guys are having a good time, two buddies there having a good time making money while you guys are, in school and have another job and whatever, just an extra side hustle. And then eventually with time, that will be your main source of income. And then you'll be able to replace me and teach others and just kind of, it'll keep going that way. So guys, once again, very, very, very honored to have you guys on here. Now, before we go, is there anything you guys have for me as questions or anything like that that maybe you want, everybody else to know or hear, or maybe they'll benefit from?
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I think we're pretty up to date. Honestly, I'm just glad. I'm glad I found your Instagram page. To be 100% with you, because kind of like you said, a lot of the mentors out there have their courses and whatnot, and while they're helpful, it's really hard to find someone who you can just actually talk to, who's been through the same stuff, who has the answers you're looking for. So I don't know. We can't thank you enough. You've helped us a ton already, and I mean, we've only known you for a couple weeks now, so I can't wait to see what over the next few years.
Awesome, man. Well, guys, once again, honored to have you guys here. I truly hope that everybody watching will get at least a little bit of something from this. And anybody watching, what's your Instagram again? I don't want to mess it up.
The FBA Journey.
The FBA Journey. And then you guys have a YouTube channel too, right?
Yes, sir. It's just FBA Journey on YouTube.
So FBA Journey on YouTube, FBA Journey on Instagram. We'll link both links on the comments below so that everybody can get access to those. Be sure you guys add these guys, amazing YouTube channel, amazing Instagram page, and everybody. If you have any more questions, hit me up. We'll be both more than happy to answer them. I've also shared this video in a bunch of groups that I'm part of. So if anybody else is watching, hit them up, follow them. Amazing guys. Great opportunity to meet them. Guys, once again, thank you very much for being here. And peace out, man. I'll see y'all later, okay?
Thanks for having us.
Take care.